martial law. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakha Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And today I'll be going into martial law. Okay, and the apostles and the elders, put out a decree, a commandment, telling us to go into the basics. And martial law is a part of the milk of the Holy Scriptures. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. See, second Esdras. Should I get the 15th chapter? You know what? Yeah, let me start with the 15th chapter. Chapter 15, verse. I'll just, okay. View chapter. Yes. Let me see. Alright, so this is the book of Second Esdras. Chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. This scripture right here is twofold, because it's talking about the race wars, but it's also talking about people rising up against the government. Because people rising up against the government will lead to martial law. So what you must know is that what's going to cause martial law is people rising up against the government and rebelling against their leaders. For there shall be sedition among men. The word sedition means an uprising or rebellion. So there's going to be an uprising and a rebellion against the government, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. A man is not going to be able to go into another city, because in the hour of martial law, people's movements are restricted. You can say it's like a police state. In a police state, people will not be able to go to certain areas. There will also be checkpoints. And if certain people are caught outside around these times, well, in the hour of martial law, police are already being militarized. But because of I believe it's called the Posse Comitatus Act. Do not quote me on it, but the Posse Comitatus Act forbids the U.S. government from using their own military against the people of the souls of America, which is why the UN have troops over here. And the UN troops consist of heathens of many different nations. So amongst the UN Army, you got excuse me, amongst the UN Army, you have the Moabites, which are the Chinese people. You have the Ammonites, which are the Japanese people. You have the Hamites, which are the Africans. You have the Ishmaelites, which are the Arabians. You have the Elamites, which are the East Indians. You have the Japhites, which are the Hawaiians. And you even have some of our people amongst the UN troops. The Israelites, which are the so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indians. So in our martial law, these people of the heathen nations will be used against the people of the souls of America. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. People are going to be afraid. These UN troops, they will be allowed to use their guns when they go raiding other people's houses. Oh, wait a minute. Here, I can just do this. Hold on. I believe it's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 71. All right, so this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. And I'll just start at 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right, the ones that fear the Lord, which the name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the ones that fear them are the Israelites, which are the so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indians. So this insurrection is going to happen upon our people. And these martial law troops, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Right, they show you that in some of these movies and in some of these TV shows. The U.S. government is going to use these martial law troops to cast these people out of their houses. So these UN troops is going to be going from house to house, taking people out of their houses, putting them in trucks, SWAT trucks, FEMA trucks, and taking them to concentration camps. This will happen to anybody who refused the mark of the beast, as well as the Maxine. However, you must also know this. Bear with me for one moment. I think it is this right here. Let me scroll up a bit. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Okay, because the elect fears Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, who's going to come in like a flood? Well, the enemy won't only just be martial law. 2/3 of our people are enemies too. And they're going to come after those that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is the elect. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, when martial law comes for the elect, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall lift up a standard against them, meaning the Most High is going to give certain of his men spiritual power to stand up against these martial law troops. So, Lord's will, this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. It's on to the next one.